Hello everybody, thanks for joining me today for another episode of What's in the Box. And today I have a treat for you. I have something that the postman just dropped off to me that I have had pre-ordered from Lucky Model for quite some time. And if you were lucky enough to order one from Lucky Model, it was only $21.99 US and about another $13 or $14 to ship. So you could have bought it well below regular market value before it was released. But here we are. What we're going to take a look at today is the Meng 1/35th scale French Renault FT-17 light tank riveted version. Now, I do want to point out that this is an all-new kit. I don't want to confuse it with the earlier Meng cast turret version. Now, our esteemed Hamilcar Barkus did a review of this kit quite some time ago, and it's a wonderful kit. I don't think I need to serve it with another review. So this is the new riveted turret version. It's an all-new kit. I do want to talk briefly about the history of the vehicle, which is pretty interesting, very briefly. The FT-17 was frequently referred to in post-World War I literature as the FT-17. It was a light tank, of course. Very revolutionary and influential in design in terms of tank history and the evolution of the tank design. It was really the first production tank to have a fully armed and rotating turret, which of course makes it very unique. The Renault's configuration had the crew compartment at the front and the engine compartment in the back, and of course the main armament and a revolving turret. It kind of became, and still remains to this day, the standard design and layout of a tank or main fighting vehicle. 3,000 of these tanks were built. Mostly in the French industry. Some of them during the year, most of them were built roughly around 1918. Another 950 or so were built as licensed copies, were made in the United States, but not in time to enter the First World War. The renowned historian and modeler Steven Zaloga has called the Renault FT the true world's first quote-unquote modern tank. And he, I think he's probably right in that assumption. So this vehicle was in service from 1917 basically through 1949. The Germans used a few captured versions of this during the Second World War during the occupation of France. Interesting to note that some of these vehicles were found abandoned and wasting away in Afghanistan during the War on Terror. There's some photographs of those on the web. I think that's pretty widely known. I thought that was pretty interesting. The armament of this vehicle, kind of minuscule by today's standards, was a 7.7mm French machine gun and a 37mm, excuse me, let me back that up. It was an 8mm Hotchkiss machine gun and a 37mm Puteaux cannon. 1918. So it wasn't really a high velocity. It was probably limited high explosive, more as an infantry support vehicle. Of course, they were very slow and a pretty unique suspension design. But I think that's enough background information about the tank. Now, guys, I want to forewarn you. This is unknown ground for me, and I've never even cracked the box on this, so I don't know what's inside. So we're discovering this together. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what we have in the plastic. So, oh, that's interesting. Let's set these sprues aside, and we're going to take a look at the instruction booklet first. Lots of plastic, lots and lots and lots of plastic in here. My goodness. Track links, decal sheets, photo etch, springs, metal parts, and here it is, finally, the instruction sheet. Really nice, by the way, super heavy reinforced cardboard box, kind of what you're seeing on some of the newer Zvezda kits. Looks great. So here we have the instruction sheet with full color front, stapled booklet style. Thank you very much, Meng. I love that. And it says FT-17 light tank riveted turret, World War I diorama base. That's interesting because I don't remember seeing that advertised. That's very intriguing. Tyrannosaurus series, it's number 11 in the tank series. Of course, it's a World War I subject, so again, instructions, what appears to be Chinese. English historical background of the vehicle. This is really nice. About 4 or 5 pages of that. Photograph of Jean-Baptiste Eugène Estienne from 1860 to 1936, known as the father of French tanks, because he was involved in the development of the vehicle. And then here we begin the legal information, telling you to choose from 2 vehicle types, both of them in hard-edged camo schemes. It looks pretty neat. Tools required. Paint callouts are interesting. I always, pardon, I didn't mean to bump the camera there, sorry. Color callouts are all Viejo. I think that's pretty cool. And here we start out with, this is interesting. They chose to begin construction with the chassis or the bottom of the vehicle. Of course, this is a full interior, I believe, just like the other version. Look at the rivet detail. This is just exquisite. These instructions are nice. Clear and concise, easy to follow, not looking too fiddly. Really pretty pleased with that. Lots of little road wheels. Here we get into, on step 8, we get into road wheel construction. You know, you're buttoning up the vehicle on the inside. I mean, there's a lot to this build, obviously, but it doesn't look too crazy fiddly. And let's see, what else do we have? Continue on with the suspension and running gear. Here are the tracks. Tracks look, I believe they're literally snapped together and they're workable. It says they're 32 links per side. Of course, this is a really small tank. And here's turret construction detail. There's the coaxial machine gun. That's nice. And they've included another Hotchkiss as a crew served weapon. Not sure why they did that, but that's pretty cool that they did that. Some more exterior parts. So looks like there's 22 steps, and then you'll notice here at the end there's a really nice picture sprue map. All the parts are labeled. It is a bit small. You might need your geek goggles. Oh wow, look at the nice full color beautiful line drawings of the painting and marking scheme. So there's an A, and it's 2nd Platoon, 1st Company, 344th Tank Battalion, U.S. Army Verdun, October 1918. Look at that. So you can do a U.S. Army version. That's pretty cool. The other one is Tank Units, Northeastern Frontier Defense Force, National Revolutionary Army, China, 1929. That's also pretty cool. So there's a U.S. version and a Chinese version. Once again, look at this really nice list of the color callouts, all in, if you guys can see that, all in Viejo. And I use Viejo paints quite a bit. I also use Tamiya color. So that's a quick look at the instruction booklet. So let's set that aside. And we'll kind of go backwards. Track links. These are individual link, obviously. They do not need cleanup, it doesn't appear. And they're supposed to be snapped together. So there's not a whole lot of detail, but the detail that are on these, they look really pretty nice. So no complaints there. And here we have a sprue of very simple photo etch. Some type of a strap. Looks like these are all straps of some type. Maybe interior detail, and they're pretty thick actually. And let me let you guys take a look at the quality of the photo etch there. You guys can tell me what you think in the comments below. Alright, there's that. Set that aside. There's a little package here with some springs, probably for the suspension arms, perhaps some other type pins. I'm not sure what those are used for, and I apologize. Like I said, this is my first time looking at the kit, because I got this kit from the postman about 45 minutes ago. Very simple decal sheet, obviously with contains the markings for the 2 vehicles that were in the painting and marking guide. Alright, let's take a look at the plastic. And first sprue, and there's a lot of sprues here, looks like top of the turret parts. And look at the beautiful riveted detail. I mean, I don't think I need to say anything else. It's just really very, very good. I think you guys can see that. No complaints there. No flash, no sink marks anywhere. Beautiful crisp moldings, you know, of course from a state-of-the-art slide mold technology from a first-rate premium manufacturer. Next sprue is, wow, drive sprocket and running gear, suspension parts. Look at the detail on this drive sprocket. Really never seen anything quite like that. That is, yeah, wow, that's spectacular. More on the back side of that sprue. Certainly can't complain about the level of detail in this kit. Of course, it is a Meng. Here we have hull halves with beautiful rivet detail. Beautiful, absolutely a gorgeous rivet detail. Check out the Pioneer tools, or on vehicle equipment, however you want to call it. First rate. Look at the anti-skid texture. This is the floor of the vehicle. It's really spectacular. I'm not seeing anything to complain about here, guys. Not a thing. More of the hull side, the filigree parts. Look at the interior detail on the side of that hull half. The wiring. It's just really impressive. They've done a fantastic job. There's another sprue. So we're just basically running through the sprues here. This looks like it's part of the suspension. Looks like the final drive housings here. Those are those. These are kind of like side skirts on this vehicle. Like I said, I really don't know a lot about the FT-17. I'm more of a World War II tank guy and some Cold War era. Norm is the tank expert among us. Hey Norm, what's going on if you're watching? And let's see, what's the next sprue? This is interesting. Okay, so this is to the part of the kit which I thought was really intriguing. So this kit, and this was not advertised, at least I didn't see it, I may have just missed it, comes with a diorama base. And guys, it's, wow, it's really nice. So these are the walls that make up the side of the diorama base. Check out the trench, you know, the wooden columns, and look at the detail on the wood. It's really amazing. Look at these wood parts and the detail on that. So you get a built-in diorama when you buy this kit. You know, I don't care what it costs, that makes it a value, because look at that. Good Lord, that's just amazing. The quality of the molding, it's just so realistic looking. I can't wait to weather it. I'm gonna have to go back and watch Carlos's painting, you know, weathered wood tutorial again. And here is the top of the diorama base. Look at this. See, there's where you would actually put your FT-17 tank. You can see how small it is. It's not very wide at all. I mean, there's only maybe 2.5, 2 3/4 inches separating this two. There's sandbags as part of this base. I mean, I can't believe they did this. And I paid $22 for this. I'm in shock. I don't think you guys can order it for that anymore. Carlos and I were lucky enough, like I mentioned, to pre-order that. And then lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of road wheels. My goodness, look at that. And little tiny road wheels at that. Lots of road wheels. I do want to point out that the information that I gave at the beginning of the video, I was actually pulling right off Wikipedia. I've got my laptop off to the side. Mostly because I'm completely ignorant on World War I vehicles. So, guys, I think this is another hit from Meng. If you can find a good deal on this, I mean, I don't know what it's going to retail for now, but I have a feeling it's going to be about 45, 50 bucks, especially with a diorama base. I don't know how you can go wrong. Man, that box is really full. So, I definitely recommend it. Once again, if you can buy it right. I understand not everybody can get, you know, premium kit like this. I ordered this months ago. It took forever to get it. But this is it's brand new, just released. So thanks for watching this, this episode of What's in the Box. And thanks again for the support of my channel. I hope you guys have a good day. Take care.